Did you know that the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius was a philosopher? Hello and welcome to World History Encyclopedia. My name is Kelly and today's video is all about the final of the 5 good emperors of Rome, who was also a prominent philosopher during his life. Today, we are going to explore the life and legacy of Marcus Aurelius, last of the 5 good emperors of Rome. Don't forget, the easiest way to support us is by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and hitting that bell icon for notifications so you don't miss out on any new uploads. World History Encyclopedia is a non-profit organisation and you can find us on Patreon, a brilliant site where you can support our work and receive exclusive benefits in return. Your support helps us create videos twice a week, so make sure to check it out via the pop-up in the top corner of the screen or via the Patreon link down below. Marcus Aurelius was born in Spain, then a province of the Roman Empire, on the 26th of April 121 CE, to an aristocratic family, and was named Marcus Annius Verus after his father. His father and mother, Domitia Lucilla, also known as Domitia Calvilla, both came from upper-class, politically connected families, and after his father died in 124, Aurelius was raised by his grandfathers and nurses mainly, though his mother remained a strong influence and guide. He was given the best education available and in his early teens was introduced to philosophical texts by one of his teachers. These books were most likely on Cynic philosophy, which claimed that living simply without possessions was the path to true freedom in life. Aurelius adopted the Cynic lifestyle, dressing in a rough cloak, eating simple foods, and sleeping on the floor of his room, until his mother forced him to abandon this path and return to his studies in rhetoric and oratory, in preparation for a career in public service. His mother found him new teachers, including Herodes Atticus and Marcus Cornelius Fronto, who became major influences in the young man's life. Aurelius and Fronto became lifelong friends and continued a correspondence until Fronto's death. After completing his studies, a marriage was arranged for him with Saonia Fabia, daughter of the highly respected politician Lucius Commodus, better known as Lucius Aelius, and the sister of Lucius Verus, who would later become Aurelius's co-emperor. Aurelius grew up during the reign of Hadrian, his uncle by marriage, who adopted Lucius Aelius as his son and heir. When Aelius died in 138, Hadrian adopted Aurelius Antoninus, later known as Antoninus Pius, who was also Marcus Aurelius's uncle by marriage. As part of the adoption, Hadrian insisted that Antoninus name young Marcus and Lucius Verus as his sons and heirs, and at this time, the young man took the name of his adopted father, Aurelius, and was then known as Marcus Aelius Aurelius Verus. Marcus was forced to move away from his family and was taken under care by Antoninus, who groomed him in political affairs. When Hadrian died in July 138, Antoninus ascended to the throne and observed all of Hadrian's wishes so carefully and respectfully that he was given the name Pius. He requested Marcus break off his engagement to Fabia and then had him marry his daughter Faustina to further join their two houses. During this time, Marcus Aurelius served as consul and performed administrative tasks while being prepared by Antoninus for rule. In Aurelius's Meditations, his personal journal, he notes how difficult this was for him as he tried to balance his philosophical beliefs with the responsibilities of the court. When Antoninus died of natural causes in 161, Aurelius became co-emperor with Lucius Verus. Where Aurelius had been carefully prepared by his grandfathers and mother for public life, and then in administration by Antoninus, Verus had a more liberal upbringing and enjoyed lavish parties, hunting, gladiatorial games, and sports. The Senate decided against confirming Verus as co-emperor as he did not seem suited for the position, but Aurelius insisted that the wishes of Hadrian be respected and refused to take office unless Verus was confirmed. Aurelius seems to have later regretted his decision, as Verus made extravagant financial gifts to the military and debased the currency to do so, in addition to hosting expensive parties and sponsoring games in the arena. Aurelius was clearly the more responsible and efficient administrator, but both emperors were popular with the people. Soon after their confirmation in 161, the Parthian War broke out, and Verus was chosen to lead the troops in Syria while Aurelius remained in Rome as the sole authority. Unlike earlier emperors, Aurelius had never served in the military and was always in poorer health than Verus, so Verus was the obvious choice. It could be, though, that Aurelius encouraged Verus's departure to stop him from throwing extravagant parties and staging expensive sporting events. While Verus was on campaign, Aurelius tended to administrative affairs and directed war efforts. Although the establishment of diplomatic ties with China is often attributed to Antoninus, it most likely took place under Aurelius, as did the reformation of Roman law, policies to protect the poor, orphaned, and freed slaves, and the revaluation of currency. He also directed the troops in the Germanic wars and dealt with floods, famine, and the plague, which killed Verus in 169. Afterwards, Aurelius reigned alone until he made his son Commodus co-emperor in 177. He ruled so efficiently and justly that he was listed as the last of the 5 good emperors of Rome by the 16th century Italian diplomat and philosopher Niccolo Machiavelli in Book 1, Chapter 10 of his Discourses on Livy, who cited the reigns of Nerva, Trajan, Hadrian, Antoninus Pius, and Marcus Aurelius as the height of Rome's greatness, an estimation still held by modern historians. Aurelius's early devotion to philosophy remained a constant throughout his life, as evidenced by his famous work, Meditations, a personal journal he kept which he never intended for publication. Aurelius's name is so closely associated with philosophy that he is frequently cited by scholars as the closest to Plato's ideal vision of the philosopher king as described in Republic, the ruler who exercises power for the greater good, not for his own ambition. Throughout Meditations, Aurelius comments on various aspects of his life, and existence in general, in light of Stoic philosophy, which held there was a universal force, the Logos, running through and binding all things. According to the Stoic view, everything that happened in life was natural and ultimately good, and it is only one's interpretation of events that causes one to define them as bad or tragic. Aurelius's philosophy is epitomized in Book 4, Chapter 23 of Meditations, where he writes, "If it is good to you, O universe, it is good to me. Your harmony is mine. Whatever time you choose is the right time. Not late, not early. What the turn of your seasons brings me falls like ripe fruit. All things are born from you, exist in you, return to you." That Aurelius lived his beliefs is clear from many events in his life, but especially after the death of his 7-year-old son Annius. Aurelius mourned his loss but refused to take a break from his responsibilities or cancel public events. His philosophy also directed his policies toward the new religious sect of Christianity. Although he has been criticized for persecuting the Christians, there is no evidence he issued any decree approving of or encouraging any such action. Antoninus had issued decrees protecting Christian civil rights, and Aurelius continued his policies, as evidenced by a letter from the bishop Melito of Sardis. The persecution of Christians under Aurelius's reign was carried out by general governors in the provinces, without Aurelius's approval. Aurelius died of natural causes while on campaign during the Germanic Wars on the 17th of March 180 at the age of 58. Today he is probably best known for his depiction in the popular film Gladiator, but his cause of death in the movie is fictionalized, as is the life of the senator and general Marcus Nonius Macrinus, the model for the character of Maximus. Aurelius was deified after his death, and his reign nearly universally praised by historians from his time up to the present. His loyalty to family, however, proved a weakness in his insistence on Verus as co-emperor and his choice of Commodus as co-ruler and heir. Commodus, as depicted fairly accurately in Gladiator, was an ineffective emperor and nothing like his father, who was remembered for his philosophical meditations, his just reign, and as the last of the 5 good emperors of Rome. Do you agree that Aurelius's loyalty to family was a weakness? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on our new videos published every week. This video was brought to you by World History Encyclopedia. For more great articles and interactive content, head to our website via the link below. If you like my sweater, you can find this design and a bunch more in our shop at worldhistory.store, or you can find a link for it down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon with another video.